This video, we're going to start working on the piano label page 1F. The F is for the front. Make sure you have that in front of you, and you'll know you're on the right page also because if you look on the left-hand side, you'll see the numbers 1, 2, and 3 as it goes down the page. Okay, so we're going to be learning how to label some of these pianos with the letters, and then the sharps and the flats, and the double sharps and the double flats. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we look at the top here on number 1, and it says all white keys. On this top keyboard, it wants you to label all the white keys. So let's go back to our piano theory sheet here, and if you'll remember, we learned, first thing we learned was that D is the white key between the double pattern of 2 black keys. D for double. And the reason we learned that was so that we could always find D on whatever keyboard we're on. So for instance, on this keyboard, the first thing we did is we saw there's a pattern of 3, a pattern of 2, a pattern of 3, a pattern of 2, a pattern of 3, a pattern of 2, and a pattern of 3 black keys, okay? If we want to find D for double, we look at the pattern of 2 black keys, and we see that the white key in between them is D. That's the first thing we did. Then we found another one down here. So we can see that we labeled that D. And here's another one up here, another pattern of 2, so D is right in between. All right, so after we labeled our D's on this piano, then we use the musical scale, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then we start over with A. So we labeled from D up, we labeled E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Remember? D, E, F, G. Then we start over with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Start over with A. And then we went backwards and did the same thing. Okay, so we're going to use that concept on our piano label sheet. Well, we got this sheet in front of us. Remember, if we're sharpening something, we're moving it to the right. If we're flatting something, we're moving it to the left. If we're going higher on a keyboard, we're going to the right, lower to the left. That's why the arrow is there. Up to the right, down the keyboard is to the left. Okay, so let's take out our piano, back to our piano label sheet. And the first thing we're going to do on this piano label sheet is we're going to find the D's. So here's a pattern of 3 black keys. Here's a pattern of 2. So right in between those 2 is D. Another pattern of 3. And in between these 2 is another D. You should be doing this on your sheet as well. You should be labeling it as we go along. Once you have the D's labeled, then you can use the musical alphabet to put everything else in. So the letter after D, A, B, C, D is going to be E. Remember, we're always using capital letters for a musical alphabet. D, E, F, D, E, F, G. Then we get to G. Remember, looking at our sheet here, musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then start over with A. So we're going to start with A. Then go up the alphabet again. B, C, D, E, F, G. End of the musical alphabet. Start with A and then B. Now, if we're going to go down, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either count backwards in the alphabet, or you can just look up to here and look, see what comes before D. It's C. Look at C. See what comes before that. It's B. Look what comes before B. A. Look what comes before G. Before A is G. And then finally, F. Since that's all it asks for, all the white keys for number 1, you are done with example number 1. Now, what I want you to do is this. I want you to look at number 2. Number 2 says the same thing for all. It says all the white keys. I want you to find the D's on this keyboard, and which is between the set of 2 black keys. And after you do that, I want you to label all the white keys. I want you to stop the video now and do this on your own right now. Now, if you've labeled all the white keys, I want you to look at your piano up here and your piano down here. I am going to show you where D is. D is right here between the set of 2 black keys. If you look up here, D is not in the same place. Up here is D. If you just copied what was down here, F, G, A, B, you probably have B where D is. See, that means you labeled it all wrong, which means you're going to have to go back and do it again. Erase everything and label it again. Okay? Once you've done that, then it asks you for the highest C sharp. Let's just look up here. To find the highest C sharp on this one, which is not the one we're doing, what you would do is you would find the highest C. The highest C is to the right-hand side. So I find the highest C. Here's C. Here's another C. That's the highest C. So to find the highest C sharp, I would go up and label C sharp. Okay? I'm not going to label it because it didn't ask for it up here. It asked for it down here. Then it says the highest E sharp. To do the highest E sharp, you have to find the highest E. Here's an E. Here's an E higher. The highest E is right here, so you sharp E. And that's where the highest E sharp would be. Down here, it asks you for the lowest A flat. So you have to find the lowest A. So let's find the lowest A up here. Here's A up here. Here's another A. The lowest is going to be the one to the left. This is A. So we would flat it and then end up with the lowest A flat. Then the last one it asks us for is the lowest D flat. So once again, find the lowest D, which is going to be that direction to the left. Here's D. Here's another D. That's the lowest D. So you would flat it, and that's what you would label as D flat. That's what you should be doing on this keyboard. All the white keys, starting with D for double, then label the highest C sharp, the highest E sharp, the lowest D flat, the lowest A flat. When you're done with both of these, then I want you to take a picture of it and put it into the assignment folder and turn in your assignment. So 1 and 2 are completed. Turn in your assignment. Put your name up here. And you can put your day and period as well here. Once again, all the white keys up here is all you need. Nothing else should be on there. Down here, you do all the white keys, highest C sharp and E sharp, and the lowest A flat and D flat. One thing I want you to notice is, you see this top white black key here? This is available because it's a full key. So you could write something on there if you needed to. But the one down at the bottom here, notice this one right here. This one isn't finished off. So this is not available. If you need to do the lowest of this one, it's not available. So you're going to have to do it higher up. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck.